Sports bettors, are you ready? Are you ready for a faster way to win? When you bet with PointsBet, you get faster bets, faster withdrawals, and faster rewards. Experience this premium sportsbook for yourself and sign up with code BETSWEATS, BETSWEATS, to get $100 in free bets when you deposit $20. Must be present in New Jersey, Indiana, Iowa, or Illinois. Must be 21 or older. Additional T's and C's apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER if in New Jersey and Illinois, 1-800-9-WITH-IT if in Indiana, 1-800-BETS-OFF if in Iowa.
Odyssey now has hundreds of new exclusive music stations for you to discover your new summer soundtrack.
Get moving with worthy workouts for a cardio sesh fueled by today's top artists.
Hanging with your crew? Throw it back with Picnic Party for old school jams for your cookout.
Or sail away with Odyssey's new yacht rock station, Jugger Yacht.
There are hundreds of new exclusive stations to check out today.
For summer barbecues,
road trips,
or relaxing poolside.
For every mood, every interest, every passion. Buy Odyssey. Brought to you in part by Macy's and Geico.
Mike Shope.
How many years would it take to drive back and forth to Montana, hauling back in a pickup truck pieces of Crazy Mouse?
And the Bulldog.
This is me. Hi, I'm Chris. Because I'm a maniac. I'm irresponsible. And I'm bad with money. And, I drink too much sometimes, so I don't make good decisions.
On WGR, Sports Radio 550.
I guess I didn't put together earlier that Stephon Diggs is on that injury report. Might want to assume we won't see him Friday night. I don't know who we will see, but other teams, including the Lions, as Joe mentioned, are saying that they will use their starters in the first game, including Tampa Bay. And Bruce Arians said, I believe Brady and they're all playing, at least a little bit in their game.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I know there was a poll on the One Bills Live Twitter feed today. Which would you rather see the Bills do, like play them or not? I think maybe for the whole preseason, if I remember it correctly, something along those lines, and it was pretty close to even split.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm in the camp where I would just never put Allen, Diggs, Beasley on the field. I think I would do that. I think there's enough. Boy, I don't know. I don't want to put it like this. There's enough of that already in the wind where I feel like I'd be less on an island doing that.
Yep.
And so that's not how you want to make the best decision, but I guess I'm admitting that I would at least I'd think of that.
Yeah, I've come way around on this. I mean, when McVay made that announcement last week and we brought that up on the show that he was, here's Matthew Stafford, new team, right? New offense, new everything. He's not going to play in the preseason. That I can get behind that with the Bills. I mean, the Bills have a lot of things that even the Rams don't have going for them, like continuity and all that. Like same offense, same coordinators, mostly the same skill guys. Like it's how much work does he really need? And so like I would support not playing at all in the preseason myself. But it's not. I'm neither like angry about. I don't anticipate being angry about it if they do play. But I think it would be smart not to play those guys. Did they miss the time last year? I think no is the answer. Now, you don't want to base everything on that because everyone missed it. So, coach might be thinking, it was a level playing field. And if they're going to get their guys some work, I want to get my guys some work, and on we go. But, I mean, from the way it sounds, what the offense has been doing, and I know it's just these practices, but it sounds to me like they're pretty sharp.
Yeah.
So I don't know just how important it is. Maybe there's something to be said for being in front of crowds again for the first time because they barely played in front of anyone last year at all. But, I mean, even that, I don't know how, they've done it before. It's not like, last year was, last year was an aberration. So they've got experience doing that. So I don't know. I wouldn't need them to play if they chose to do it that way. I would support it.
Look forward to the, I guess the word has to be narrative. It's not one of my favorite words, but if the Bills starters don't play at all and the Steelers guys continue to play, it'd be like, oh, they had 4 preseason games. I mean, Najee Harris played in the Hall of Fame game, Claypool, Deontay, Roethlisberger did not, I believe, but many of their top guys did. So that could be discussed that week. That would fill some air. And then the game will happen, and if Pittsburgh pulls the upset, we'll be like, aha. And then if they don't, we will never think of it again.
Nope.
We'll never even think of it again that the Steelers played starters in the preseason. But we don't know yet, again, what the Bills plan on doing. I mean, I don't know. This is 2021 stuff. Maybe we shouldn't even be. Maybe we should be on 2022 already with some of the lines that came out for next year. Mm-hmm. Joe, is it DraftKings you have here?
Bet online.
Bet online. Wow, this is exciting. What are a couple of the more interesting lines here?
Before you get to that, what does the think tank that generated this content look like?
Oh, it looks very much like the three of us.
Yeah.
Sitting around a table,
Well,
thinking up bets.
I mean, I'm in my underwear, just so you know.
Okay, well, we didn't assume that, everybody.
It's
okay.
really hot up here today. No, I'm kidding. I'm not in my underwear, but holy cow, is it hot up here today.
It's got to be a little bit frustrating for you. It's so hot. It's the hottest day of the summer, 91, though.
I know. A long way to go. That's a big 9 degrees.
That is a big 9 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the toughest 9 degrees.
In sports. It's the toughest 9 degrees in weather.
That's right. The 16th win is the hardest one to win in the NHL playoffs, and the last 9 degrees to get to 100, killer.
Yeah. The last degree is the very toughest.
Yeah.
I want to see it 99. We're all watching.
We're staring at.
If it got to 99, would we all just break whatever coverage we're doing and talk about that and just stare at the temperature until it moves one way or the other? If it goes to 98, we go back to our regularly scheduled programming, and then 99.
I'm definitely going to want to know who is in charge and what the process is for determining whether or not we got that extra degree in. Is that person paying attention? Are they watching constantly? What if it got to 100 for like 45 seconds and then got brought down to 99? Does that count? Is that how it works? I think that should count.
Oh, does it have to be like a full minute?
I don't know. I don't know what the rules are.
Well,
no, it just if it reaches it even for half a second, I think.
Really?
It got to 100
Not even
degrees.
a full second?
No.
It was 100.
For any point of time, if it got to 100, that means
Millisecond?
it got to 100.
Yeah. I don't know who will be in charge, but I know who I want to have be in charge, and that, of course, is Paul.
Agreed.
Yeah, sure.
I think I want Paul to be in charge of the of this, to be the judge. I feel like he'd be fair.
Using his flip phone weather
Maybe.
app.
Whatever he's got. I trust it. I trust it. All right, so what can I bet on for next season?
All right, start with the big names. Aaron Rodgers to start Game 1, 2022 for Green Bay. Yes is plus 200. No, minus 300.
Wow, that is pretty strong, right? The plus 200 is on yes, so it is not quite assumed or anything. It's not like huge odds, but definitely people think he won't.
Right.
What happens to Adams then? Does he just go wherever Rodgers goes, or it's not that simple? What happens to Devontae Adams next year?
He just takes the biggest contract on the market.
He does not sign with Green Bay.
No.
Not if Rodgers is leaving and he knows it.
Yeah. To play with
that
Jordan
might be
Love.
a sign. That might be a sign for this, like, because he could get a contract extension here at any time, right? And if he does that, I think you could be wrong assuming this, but you might assume like he knows Rodgers is staying beyond this year.
He might be more likely to be a Bill than a Packer next year.
Adams?
Yeah.
Is that one of the props?
If Rodgers is not there.
Is that one of the
No, I don't believe it, although we could propose it. I'll email the guy.
Okay.
Bill Belichick to coach the Patriots Game 1, 2022. Yes is minus 1,000.
Oh, wow.
They thought to put it up.
Right.
What's no? Plus 500?
Plus 550.
Oh, wow. Good. Impressive. Plus 550.
I mean, what's a scenario where he walks away? This just all goes off the rails. Right? All the money they spent in free agency. Mac Jones has to play because Newton's terrible, and Mac Jones is terrible, and Belichick just at the end of it goes, I'm done. I got a boat.
Yeah.
I just
exactly the
I'm
scenario.
done.
That's
I'm
exactly
done
the
with
scenario.
this. Yeah.
Right.
And that's not, I don't know, that's not impossible.
No, it is not. It is not 5 times less likely
Right.
than Aaron Rodgers playing for the Packers or whatever the math would actually be.
All right.
Is it? I mean, that's what the lines say is the case.
Yeah.
I like that argument against Belichick quite a lot. I mean, not that there's been any sign of it, but
No, there's been no sign of it. Although he did spend money like a guy that's ready to walk away in a year.
okay.
Right. Like, I don't care if this doesn't work.
Right. I don't care what this contract looks like in 2 years.
Dead money, schmed money. I'm on a boat. I'm out of here.
Right.
What if New England goes to the wild card? They're like the 6th seed, and they lose. That's not even a bad year. Like, for the expectations, that's about what they would be, maybe a little above. What is that worth to him? Is there any joy in that? Is there any satisfaction in that? Like,
only if Mac Jones just looks great the whole year.
He's
Like,
won,
that's why they're there. I
he's
guess.
won 8 Super Bowls, at least. How many is it? He's won 8. 2 was in a Giants defensive coordinator.
I don't think that's satisfying to him. It shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be. Here we
I
are
think if
getting to
it's-
decide what he cares about.
I know, I love it. If it's not, then that's all the more reason for him to walk away. Because what are coaches, like, what do they love? They love the process, right? So, of course, he loves the rings and all the accolades and the money and all that stuff. But the process. So if he takes a team that bottomed out like it did last year, and the quarterback that they chose to ultimately be the successor to Brady with this 1-year interruption with Newton. And this is, I'm putting Newton on the side over here and saying it's about Mac Jones. And they go through the year. They have the year you just described, and he doesn't enjoy that, then I think you're just as likely to see him walk away in that scenario as you would be if they won 5 games. Because you got to enjoy, like, if you're coaching – you got to enjoy the process of these guys learning how to do it and all of that stuff. And if you don't, because you're so tapped out from all the success you had that you can't enjoy getting a team back on track, then you probably shouldn't be doing it anymore.
Sounds right to me.
He's got to go.
Right.
He's got to go.
He's got to
it's
go.
over.
He's got to go.
What have you done for me lately?
He's got to go. I mean, win a big game.
I mean, come on.
When was their last playoff win?
Did you see that Tennessee game 2 years ago in the
Yeah.
playoffs? It was horrible.
Yeah, it's more recent than the Bills' last preseason loss.
How about Derek Carr to start Game 1 for the Raiders 2022?
Ooh, wait, let me guess this one. It's probably a yes, but it's close. Like, yes minus 150.
Well, are you going to guess or you want?
I'm not prepared to guess.
All right.
I'm not prepared to. I know that the Raiders were on the chart for worst record in the league.
They
so
were 4th from the bottom.
yeah, so Vegas has not the
Or
Vegas
fourth,
Raiders, but like the sport Vegas. Okay, what do I want to say here? The books.
The books.
Books. Yeah.
The books don't like the Raiders, and if the Raiders have the 4th worst record in the league, if the Raiders go 4-13, Carr's out. So maybe I'm low. Maybe or I'm on the wrong side there. I said yes minus 150 that he is their starting quarterback next year, but now I think I'm probably wrong.
You pretty much nailed it. Yes is minus 140. No is plus 100.
So I nailed it before I changed everything.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. You say it all. You can't, you were right.
If you say everything, you're going to get it right.
That was right. All right, yes minus 140.
They are never going to be good with Gruden.
It's how many years already? 3 or 4?
This will be his 4th year, I think, back there. I think that's right. They're never going to be good.
I don't like them at all.
What is there to like, really?
Yeah, Joe.
The stadium.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Stadium is
That flame burning for Al Davis.
See you in a month, Vegas.
That's it. The uniforms are still cool.
They are very cool. They were drafted in the uniform draft, I know. They must have been. They are very cool.
Daniel Jones to be the Giants starter Game 1 next year. Yes is minus 175. No plus 135.
Oof.
Do we think they have a chance to win the division at 7-10? No, right? The Cowboys are back. Prescott's back. No, Washington. You're big on Washington.
Not anymore.
No. What
I am
happened?
still.
You convinced me a little bit to come off them.
Okay.
I'm not as high on Washington as I was 2 weeks ago.
I hope I was right.
The Giants total is 7, by the way. Over 7, a little juice on the over. I would bet against Jones because it's plus money. Is he good? What are you doing?
He doesn't look good.
No. Well, you got to factor in his running ability.
Because he fell?
His running and falling ability.
That's a him falling in the open field with a sure touchdown in his sights joke.
In my mind, he had been in the league for 3 years, but it is only 2. So this would be, does he get year 4? Does he get to start even year 4? Maybe he does. But if they play to their number this year, they go 7-10. Let's say he plays the whole season, and his record is 7-10. That puts him at 15-28.
They should be done with him. It's the Giants. I don't know. Is anybody getting fired? Is Joe Judge still swearing and making people run laps? Is Jason Garrett still yelling at the media because they won't call him coach? I don't know. If everybody gets fired, then he definitely gets the boot. But if they just stay the course because I don't know why, then I could see him being back there because they seem like maybe they don't know what the hell they're doing there.
And then Tua Tagovailoa to start Game 1 for the Dolphins, 2022.
Can I guess?
Yes.
Odds are going to be in favor of it. Is it more so than Carr or Daniel Jones? Yeah. Ooh, right in the range. I will say the same number, minus 175. Wait, can I now lay out a whole argument against that?
Do you want to be right again?
Lower than Jones, higher than Carr. He's minus 165 to start Game 1 next year. Plus 125 is on the no.
Close enough. I know that's not the attitude you should take in life, but close enough. Right in there. Right in the ballpark, you guys. All right, that was fun. 2022 props. Tomorrow, 2023 props.
Oh, yeah. I'll do some digging. I'll talk to my sources around the league and see if I can find those.
Will Trevor Lawrence be the opening day starter for Jacksonville in 2023? I'll say yes, by the way. We talked to Sal today about today's workout and actually a little bit on Jacksonville in the middle of it or toward the end. But first, just the skyrocketing popularity of the Bills, what Saturday was like for fans who went. How does this compare with, say, 30 years ago? We went into that a little bit with Sal Capaccio. We'll have that for you next. Mike Shope and the Bulldog here with Sneaky Joe, who's up at 7. This is WGR.
The COVID-19 pandemic showed us how a microscopic virus could upend our lives. There is so much out there that we need to understand. But for every threat, there are heroes working at the edges of science and policy to protect us. I'm Dr. Abdul El-Sayed, former Detroit Health Director and host of Crooked Media's America Dissected. Every episode, I talk to the doctors, scientists, culture makers, and policy leaders who are working out new ways to protect us against our biggest threats. New episodes of America Dissected every Tuesday. Listen on Odyssey, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
On Pod Save the World, we want to be your cheat sheet for global events. My name is Tommy Vitor, and each week, my co-host Ben Rhodes and I break down the biggest stories from around the world. Ben and I both worked on President Obama's national security staff, and we'll introduce you to the activists, politicians, and journalists who can help us understand what's going on around the world, what it means for the United States, and what it's like being inside the White House Situation Room during a crisis.
Listen on Odyssey, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your pods.
Odyssey now has hundreds of new exclusive music stations for you to discover your new summer soundtrack.
Get moving with worthy workouts for a cardio sesh fueled by today's top artists.
Hanging with your crew? Throw it back with Picnic Party for old school jams for your cookout.
Or sail away with Odyssey's new yacht rock station, Jugger Yacht.
There are hundreds of new exclusive stations to check out today.
For summer barbecues,
road trips,
or relaxing poolside.
For every mood, every interest, every passion. By Odyssey.